Hello everybody and welcome to the A-Banks Link. I am the A-Bank, if that wasn't already obvious enough. I am super excited because today I'm going to be starting my series of video tutorials on Furvilla. If you don't know what Furvilla is, get out of the fandom. No, I'm just kidding. Come back. If you don't know what Furvilla is, that's okay. It literally just opened beta yesterday. So while there are a lot of players, that doesn't necessarily mean that the entire fandom knows about it. So Furvilla is a website. It's been in the works for actually a couple of years now. If you've seen those really cool professional looking bases that have been floating around Facebook and other furry related things, those are all Furvilla bases. We'll get to that in a little bit. It's really exciting. Let's get started. So this set of video tutorials is going to be all of the basic stuff that you need to know to get started and a couple of little quick things that I've learned here and there. That hopefully will just help you guys have a lot of fun. I've definitely heard some complaints from people about the site and the way it's being set up, but everybody just kind of needs to remember that it's still beta. The site opened yesterday. They did have a closed beta, but it was like really hard to get into, not a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of stuff has already changed since then. So, keep in mind, these are humans just like you guys. They're just working on the site too. Be chill. Honestly, be honored that you have the opportunity to play in the beta for such an amazing thing. So I already have an account, so I'm not actually going to create a new account, but I'm going to just kind of show you just this little beginning first step, what I can do without creating an account. You want to go ahead and go to the register now. I will let you guys know that because the site is still new, there are still a lot of people that are trying to register, and the servers are being pretty laggy. It doesn't seem so bad once you actually get into the site, but for the registration process, it can take a little bit. So you do want to go ahead and put in your username. Has to be less than 20, can include characters, numbers, underscores, and dashes, obviously. So what I would suggest you guys do is pick the name that is your alias, your username, the thing that you use on the website, or on websites in general. Don't pick a persona name, because you're going to want those persona names to be for your villagers. And while you probably can use the same persona, you probably can use the same, your username as a villager name, it could get kind of confusing. So I would say, put your name, put your last name, put whatever you're comfortable, being called by on the forums. That's what you want for your username. Obviously, password again, email, birthday, country, blah, blah, blah. So something that I think is really, really, really cool about Furvilla itself that I haven't seen on any sites before is that it actually gives you a whole giant list of genders to choose from. It's not just male and female or other. You got all of these, which is super, super great. In addition to being able to choose your gender, you can also choose your gender icon. I will admit that I don't think I've actually seen a gender icon come up, even in your profile, so I'm not entirely sure what this is for. Actually, no, I have. I have, because I've seen a male, but they used that one, not that one. So I don't remember where I saw it, but you can. Refer. This is totally optional, which it does not say. Some people were kind of confused by that. They thought they had to have a referrer. You don't. However, if you do want to put in a referrer, you do not want to put in, oh my god, I can spell my own username. You do not want to put in their name, because the site right now is looking for the ID of the user. I can't show you what that is right now or how to find it, but I will in a little bit. If you want to have somebody be your referrer, your friend, your mate, whatever, make sure that you find their user ID and use that. If you guys want to use me as your referrer, that would be super duper awesome. Yeah. You don't have to. It's okay. Whatever. From what I can tell, there are no specific benefits to you to put somebody in as your referrer. However, if you refer somebody, you get something. So, for example, I don't think I said that right. If you were to sign up and you used my code 2450, you wouldn't get anything, but I would. It's just kind of nice. You can't add a referrer later. So, if you know somebody, anybody, throw their number in there, and they'll get a little something, and then down the line you'll get a little something when you refer somebody. Obviously, read the terms and policies. Hit continue. And we'll move on. So I can't take you through these next steps because I've already done them. A little while later, I guess I can probably do a tutorial on creating a villager, but I'm currently at a point where it is too expensive for me to make another one. So, yeah. Verifying account, that's obviously simple. You just go into your email, click the link, that'll be done. Not a big deal. Choosing villages, I will say something about this right now because you're going to be doing that right now. There are 5 villages, and it is pretty dang important right now that you pick the one that you really like the most because you can't change it. You cannot change your village. People have asked that up 1.5 zillion times. You cannot change your village. It's not going to happen. Stop asking. There are perks to each one. Each village has its own private chat. Each village has its own unique species morphing potion. Each one has different things available in the shop. Each one has different things available if you're exploring, all of that kind of stuff. So, really cool. If you have friends that play already, I would say maybe ask them what their village is. And while it'd be really, really cool to have all your friends in the same village, I would actually suggest putting everybody in different villages because then you can really maximize helping each other out. It's not a rivalry thing. So, yeah. So once you create your village, there are 5, like I said, you'll go and you'll create your villager. So as it stands right now, any species can be in any village. So there is one called Old Foxbury. That's the one I'm in. You don't have to be a fox to be there. I don't know if that was a confusion for anybody. Just want to clear that up right now. So once you go to create a villager, obviously you put in their name. You can pick their gender. You can pick their gender icon just like you did when you were signing up. And then you pick their species. There's a drop-down list. And then you pick the type. So depending on what you pick, something like dragon, you've got a lot of different options to choose from. Cat, you've got a lot of different options. Something like red panda, there's only the one right now. So, I mean, meh. It's cool to go through. It's cool to see them all before you decide. But if you're doing a fursona, then you kind of already know what he's going to be. You can also, later, you can do something called painties, which is essentially uploading a specific skin that is just for you. I will go over that in a video all its own because it's really important. It's really cool, but not a big deal right now. So I'm just logging in. Please don't email me. Okay, bye. So this is the game. Welcome to Furvilla. You've logged in. You've confirmed your account. Woo! So we're just going to go over a couple of the basic buttons, what everything does, where everything is. Yeah. So the main page is Town Hall. And again, this is taking a little bit longer to load. There's currently 583 people online, which is actually kind of not a lot, all things considered, because yesterday when I was playing, there were like 4,000. So whether you click on this here or Town Hall, it will actually take you to the same place. Town Hall is where all of the shops are. That's how you buy kind of the more expensive stuff right now. We'll get into buying and selling in the next episode. So we'll go over kind of all of these things later. From what I've been able to tell, there's actually a couple of ways always to find things, which is really cool. Like, you can't remember, oh crap, how do I get there? There's probably another way to get there too, so that's okay. This thing I think is really cool. It's kind of a list of every character that's been made within Old Foxbury or whatever town you're in, and what careers they've chosen. So you can kind of see that right now, Old Foxbury construction, it's just not happening. There's not a lot of construction, and that's okay. That's okay. There are a lot of explorers, which there should be. That's good. There's a lot of warriors, which is also pretty good. There's a lot of animal husbandry. And those 3 are the quote-unquote easiest to start with. Yeah. So next down here, Passing Wanderers, I think is really cool. You can actually adopt characters within the game itself. So these are characters that the game has created. None of them have painties. They're all just natural characters, but you can adopt them. And then you choose their career and all of that. You can only adopt them if you have an extra village slot. So you do have villager slots, so you have to pay for that first. Whatever. And then you've got the forum activity. So this is the specific hidden forum that is just for your... Shh, don't look, it's secret. That's just for your village. So I'm in Foxbury. Somebody that's in Quexol or whatever the other ones are not going to see these. You're going to see your own. So, yeah. That's kind of that main page. You've got your inventory, which is obviously just that. All of the items that you currently have. You've got other things which I'll go over when we get to items, buying and selling. Villagers. This tab is all of your characters within your player profile. So right now I've got 3. This first one was free. The second slot is 500 for cash. The third slot is 1,500 for cash. The fourth slot is 5,000 for cash. I am willing to bet that the fourth slot is probably like 15,000 for cash. So it does get more expensive to get more characters, which does kind of suck, but it also just stops people from making 800 characters and then, like, you know, whatever. Forums are super awesome, super important. One thing that Furvilla seems to be really, really interested in doing is building a community, which I think is super great. And forums are one way to do that. So I'm actually going to start at the bottom. We've got the furry chat. This is obvious, you know, who's going to IBFC, who's going to Anthrocon, whatever. Fursuiting, you know, how'd you make your suit? General furry chat. I really don't need to go over these. I'm sorry, guys. General chat, off topic. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on. Things like introductions, blah, blah, blah. Advice. What do I make for dinner tomorrow? Okay. Role-playing, creative discussion, whatever. You can, again, find your village chat here. Obviously, everybody else is going to say their own village. Obviously. And then commerce, so you can buy and trade and sell items and art and painties and villagers, which I don't quite get because people seem to still just be selling items on that one. This section up here is really great. Furvilla discussion is kind of things, you know, about the game. It's kind of just general chat about the game itself. Convention appearances, this is for the admins. They're saying which conventions the game itself is going to be out, where they're holding panels, where they're going to be so you can check if you've got a convention you're going to, you can check, see if they're going to be there, all that stuff. Painty discussion, bug report, I skipped one. Bug report is where you go if you find any issues. So misspelled item. Somebody found something that wasn't spelled right. Oops, they're telling the admin. Help is currently my absolute favorite board right now. So a bug report is player to admin. You want staff to know, I found this problem or this glitch is happening. So you post that in the bug report. Help is player help player format. So, you know, I've been playing this game now for 22 hours, and a lot of those hours have actually been actively playing the game. So I kind of know a lot, not to brag. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I wasn't in the closed beta. But, you know, I feel like I know a lot, which is part of why I'm doing these video tutorials for you guys. So I can go into this help forum, and I can find something that I know about. How do I get recipes for crafting? I know about that. So I click on this, I read their question, I answer it, that's that. If I have a question that is not for an admin, but is, you know, just kind of in general, how do I do blah, 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 then I go in here, I create a thread, I post it, I wait, and somebody else will come in and answer it for me. So I think that's really cool because it's really promoting, again, it's really promoting that community. You know, somebody else can help me. I don't have to go to the admins for absolutely everything. So, yeah. I'm kind of looking through here, and anything that I see that's a really redundant question, I'm answering in this tutorial. So, well, I guess I'm going to leave it there. We're almost at 15 minutes, so that's kind of a long time. Hopefully other videos will be a bit shorter. You guys can kind of let me know if you prefer shorter videos that are specific to 1 or 2 topics at a time. I can do that. If you guys prefer longer videos, so you only have to watch one thing, you don't have to scroll through a bunch of stuff, that's cool too. I can do that. Less editing for me. Just let me know. Also, obviously, if you have any very specific questions, please feel free to post in the comments. If you don't want to do that for whatever reason, you can find me here on Furvilla. You can send me a Facebook message. I don't know how you're going to find me on Facebook. Oh, because I have a Facebook page. Wow, I'm dumb. Find me on Facebook, find me on Furvilla, send me a message, send me a friend request, do whatever, blah, 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 blah. God, I should edit that. Oh well. I'm new to this. Bye, guys.